I know some people like this movie. Some people are stupid. This movie is bad. It is a bad movie. Every joke is too long. It's the same joke over and over, which is some sort of like strange homoeroticism between Deadpool and Wolverine, mainly from Deadpool toward Wolverine.
If there's one thing Ben Shapiro loves more than the sound of his own voice and rapidly reading legal jargon at breakneck speed, it's delivering intellectual beatdowns with the enthusiasm of a caffeinated auctioneer at a logic convention. And today, ladies and gentlemen, he has set his sights on none other than Hollywood's favorite couple, who think they're funnier than they actually are: Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds. Yes, that's right. The internet's favorite pair of quirky, self-deprecating, beautiful, yet somehow totally relatable people are now in the intellectual crosshairs of the man who once argued that wetness isn't a defining feature of water. Grab your popcorn because this one's going to be good. Now, we all know Blake and Ryan. They're that perfect couple with their perfect faces, perfect children, and perfect passive-aggressive Twitter exchanges. If you've ever scrolled through their social media, you've likely chuckled at one of their snarky posts and thought, wow, relationship goals, only to immediately resent them for making your own life seem like a poorly written sitcom with no laugh track. Ben dive into the relentless campaign of lies and vitriol that's been aimed squarely at Justin. For as long as he's been in the public eye, critics have been quick to twist his words and spotlight every minor misstep, all in a bid to cast him as the villain in a narrative that conveniently ignores his real contributions. From baseless accusations about his commitment to progressive values to exaggerated claims about his personal decisions, the onslaught against Justin is a textbook case of manufactured outrage. Detractors have latched onto isolated incidents, often taken out of context, and spun them into grand conspiracies designed to undermine his credibility. Every time he speaks on issues of social justice or champions a cause, the same chorus of naysayers is there to claim he's anything but genuine. What makes this smear campaign particularly galling is its selective memory. While Justin's track record shows a consistent dedication to making a positive impact, his detractors focus on manufactured narratives and half-truths. They amplify any perceived contradiction, however minor, and then weaponize it to justify their animosity. This isn't a critique born of genuine debate. It's a calculated effort to silence a voice that challenges the status quo. The lies and hate directed at Justin serve as a stark reminder of how easy it is to distort reality in the era of social media and cable punditry. Instead of engaging with his ideas or scrutinizing his actions with honest rigor, the critics opt for a shortcut, a barrage of unfounded claims meant to tarnish his reputation. And in doing so, they reveal more about their own agendas than about any real shortcomings in his work. In a climate where nuanced discussion is often sacrificed for sensationalism, it's crucial to look past the noise. The truth is that Justin's commitment to his values stands in stark contrast to the simplistic narratives his detractors try to sell. The lies and hate may persist, but they do little more than distract from the real issues at hand and the genuine progress he's striving to achieve. Ben Shapiro, clearing his throat.
That Blake Lively was caught on tape talking about how she manipulates people around her in order to take control of the movies upon which she works. Oops! Oops! That turns out to be a bad tactic. As I've said before.
Cue dramatic pause. The audience nods. But wait, there's more. If there's one thing Ryan Reynolds is better at than marketing his aviation gin, it's carefully curating his public image as a Hollywood nice guy trademark. He plays the role so well, in fact, that most people have forgotten that he once starred in Green Lantern, a cinematic crime against humanity. Shapiro, however, isn't here to reminisce about his acting career, thankfully. Instead, he zeroes in on the burning question: how does someone who touts working-class values and progressive ideals end up embroiled in a lawsuit that lays bare every inconsistency in their narrative? That's right, folks. Breaking news. Amid the constant parade of virtue signaling, this millionaire actor now faces a legal battle that threatens to unravel the very image he's so carefully crafted. And it's not just about the money. No, Ben has a bone to pick with how Reynolds and Lively talk about Justin Baldoni. Because while they pretend to be this picture-perfect couple, they are nothing but actors that can act to be perfect.
The new Deadpool movie. And so now Ryan Reynolds is going to try and joke his way out of it. And it didn't go over amazing. Like the audience that's seated around.
While Ryan takes the brunt of the Shapiro smackdown, Blake doesn't escape unscathed. The real crime, according to Ben, is her performative act. Consider this: Blake Lively is quick to highlight causes, especially the issues brought to light by the "It Ends With Us" case. Whether it's advocating for domestic abuse survivors calling for stricter protections, or simply sharing a heartfelt post to raise awareness, her Instagram is filled with polished messages about real-world problems. But when the filters come off, one has to ask, what concrete steps is she taking? Beyond carefully worded posts and perfectly curated photos to truly address the challenges that the "it ends with us" case so starkly exposes?
If the entire shtick of Ryan Reynolds is garrulous, fun-loving, nice guy, what's his reputation after all of this? Seriously, well, what is the reputation after you and your wife basically attempt together to take over a movie where she was simply hired as an actress and then put together a spate of allegedly defamatory accusations against that same guy because you didn't like the publicity that was being spread about you?
The audience chuckles. Another victory for logic. Ben Shapiro, however, will always be there, armed with facts, logic, and a burning desire to obliterate celebrities who think they're better than you. So, can the public still accept Ryan and Blake after all the lies and contradictions? The truth is, time will tell. As much as their actions may have tarnished their public image, fame has a curious way of softening the edges of scandals. People love a redemption story, and if Ryan and Blake can own up to their missteps, take concrete actions, and prove they are committed to the causes they once championed, there's a chance they might be able to rebuild. But no amount of celebrity gloss will remove the stain of hypocrisy if their actions don't align with their words. The ball, as they say, is in their court for 10 seconds. And honestly, that's kind of beautiful in its own way.